And you're going to come into a long reach with the knees, drop down, just come to tabletop, elbows are soft. And then you're coming into your bird dog, keep the toes tucked, reach the heel out, try not to get the left hip high, so the belly button's coming straight down, and you're really reaching out, and the shoulder is down the back. So we're attempting not to pull forward, and you reach that heel, extend out, and then take the leg across, so I'm really adding intensity here, and reaching out with the heel, stabilizing here, so trying not to rotate. This arm reaches, reach this heel out, and come back to midline. The toes stay down, I might not have, so you really reach out through the heel, and you come back. This is where you can pause the video, when you're doing it, in order to get to 10 repetitions on each leg. So you're gonna really fire up the glute, coming across inner glute, or outer thigh, or inner thigh, but all of those will help to stabilize and fire up the glute. So the left glute's pretty good. We're gonna come to the right glute, left toes tuck under, extend that left arm out. Everything, as you see, has precision. So you're reaching the heel out. So I find, or you'll find when you do this, you can't think about anything because you'll be really extending the leg out. So it's very yogic. So the leg really reaches out, belly button stays down, elbows soft, reaching out, and again going for 10 repetitions, really reaching out and back. So you'll come to your 10 on each side, and then from there, coming into standing, we're going to work on the balance. So you're going to have your hand just not parallel, but you're going to have your hand close on a diagonal facing. I'm out 1.5 feet from the wall, and then you're going to come down, reach this heel out, keep this knee soft, square the belly button down to the floor. Reach that heel out, have your support as you need it, coming to 7 repetitions, and coming just to the height that you can, and coming up. And it's a really micro movement, so you're just rotating from deep in the hip. If you're wonky, it's no problem. Slow it down so that you can come into the hip more. And you really fire up there. And if you have to stop, stop. You might get to go to the next thing because you'll really get into the hip. I'm gonna start doing this one. This is incredible. That's only 3. And you keep pulling up into that left hip. I'm just keeping the arm here so I can focus on pulling this left hip back, reaching the heel, coming up, using the wall or the floor as needed. And we've got 3 more. And coming up. And you can see this is taking everything. I can't even do 1 more, I'm stopping at 6. Okay, and then you would switch sides. So then from there, holding a dumbbell or not, you're going to step out. This leg is long, the foot is parallel. Your knee is coming over the behind the toes as usual. The hip sits back in a chair position. And you can basically you'll hold the dumbbell here if you're holding a 5, 10, 15. Do you have dumbbells at home? Yeah, okay. And keeping that hip sitting back. Knee never comes forward to the toe. You would know that from all of your training. And you're letting the hip sit back, going for 20 repetitions. Keeping the core solid. So really leading with the glute, sitting back in the chair. Breath, keeping the core in, praying for your bum. Breath, keeping again really nice precision so the knee doesn't rotate at all, of course. Strengthening the outside hip. Breath. here, the leg is long, and of course you know the hip, and you're coming back. And this is 12. And again, you're keeping the core solid. This one I wanted to do with you in the video, just to kind of help you really stay in the precision. That's 17. And core solid. And the last one. Thank God we can stretch our Psoas. So now we'll have the right leg back. The hands are on the inside of the left foot. The right knee is really reaching, so we're not spaghetti leg. The heel really reaches back. We pull up from the sternum. You're reaching out from the crown of the head, and then you dunk that knee down and you straighten. So again, the heel is as far back as you can go. You're not here, but you're really reached back. This knee stays tight into the body so it doesn't roll out. And then you touch and you straighten and you touch and you straighten. How are we for time? Okay, and straighten. And now we come down onto the back knee, rise the sternum high, open the chest, taking the arm up. The shoulder blade comes down the back. Keep the toes tucked, pull the femur down, thigh bone down there, lift, coming up, pushing into the earth, turning the torso as much as you can. And then I was just mentioning how you kind of, it's almost like a crawl. So you're really reaching forward and you're pulling the sternum up. That's the key I find, because we must remember the psoas starts there. And it's hard to believe, but that's why it's such a posture thing. If it's tight, our posture's down. So you pull the sternum up. The back toes stay tucked under as you pull up from the rib cage and as you press into the palm. So this hand could be up. You could even have it on the knee, but just really pulling up there. And then release. And then switching legs, taking that right leg forward. And that's where you can just pause the video and do the other side. And then coming into, you had your legs straight out. And this leg back, and you bravely take your left forearm across, pull up from the sternum again. So here we go, we open the sternum, the knee is even with the hip, this foot comes up, you're on the inside, then maybe the baby toe side, that's best, and you're drawing up here. There is going to be a crunch here, so feel free to work towards it, or to use something, but honestly, you can just work towards lifting the sternum. Make sure you do it in a breathing way, because it's easy to get tight in the shoulders. And then if you get the foot, baby toe side, pulling in, and breath. And that actually caused a huge shift. I have to stretch a lot in the day, or to start the day, and that one just corrected the way my spine rotates. So all of that to say, it really does help to square the hips and get the evenness. And then you're releasing down, and then you go to the other side. Yeah, I think we'll do just the old-fashioned crunch. So we do it in a 4 count. We bring the heels to the ceiling. You're gonna hold, do you have a block or something you can hold? Yep. So you can hold the block at the middle, like I find that almost, the narrowest in between the knees. And you've got the block. Hands are behind the head, interlaced. Press the shoulder blades down the back. Reach the heels to the ceiling. It's okay if the knees are bent. And then you come with the heels coming off, heels to the ceiling. Lifting, contract core. That's an exhale. Then breathe in, lift the shoulders. That's an exhale. Inhale. And then you pull the hips up higher, elbows up higher. Then you look down at the core, pull in, and then as high as you can get, and then you lower down, just 3 of these. And so you inhale, exhale, higher with the hips and the elbows. Press the low core down, press a little more if you can, and then coming down. And the last one, thank God, inhale up, exhale, hips higher, elbows higher, press down through the core, press down a bit more, and then release. And then coming down, your final is arms over, stretching shoulder, and sending the knee away and feet are yoga mat distance apart, and then press that top knee away, arm reaches, and then come back to the center, and you're complete, and that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, so that would be a good routine, and let me know if it is.